What's up? What's up? How's it going, y'all? Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Colin Henry, Hannah, Eli, Millimeter, Coco, Nick Oxenford, Dakota Warren's here. Welcome back, Dakota. Kirsten, Leiden, Ryan Tremblay. Let's see who else I'm missing. I think that's Michael, Pamela. And I think I got everyone. Communist Emo. What's up? What's up? And Eggman. I can't forget Eggman. Dakota, I'll have to try to figure out how to get you into the Reddit thing as well. I don't really know how to do anything on Reddit, but I will attempt to get you back. And I do believe, actually, tonight we do have a brand new Nukes Top 5 video, I think. Yes, we do. Okay, cool. Industrial, what's up? Let me actually load this one up here. Reddit banned you, huh? Damn. That ain't no good. Yeah, we had to move today's stream, or excuse me, yesterday's stream to tonight. It's been a very busy few days, and then I wake up this morning and I gotta take my cat to the hospital. So, she's back. She's laying down. But yeah, no, it's been a very eventful few days. So I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm gonna get some beer in me, and then we're gonna watch some scary clips. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I'm hoping that this is a good news. We need a good. What do you want? We need a good Nukes Top 5 video. We're going to start. I mean, we're not going to waste no time. Maybe, if it starts. What's up, Nightmare?
Top 5 scary videos of ghosts and creepy mysteries. You decide. YouTube user Graham Evans frequently seeks out and films historic locations in his hometown of Denbigh, North Wales. The town dates all the way back to the 13th century.
Tess was trying to apparently eat a piece of pizza off the counter, and she slipped and fell off the counter and landed on her shoulder, spraining it very bad, and she can't walk.
Graham visits the abandoned hospital
Only Tess,
to capture some footage
only Tess
of the
could do that.
decaying interior.
She's not very athletic.
However, that's not all he captures.
Looks like it's a mannequin or something, isn't it? No, it is not. It's gone now.
It looks like someone is simply standing in a small open room nearby. But when Graham pans back, there's no one there. Some YouTube viewers think it's a bizarre apparition facing away from Graham. Some think it's a man just standing and watching.
What's up, Kyla?
And others think it's simply an optical illusion caused by the dark square on the wall.
She's
But what do you think?
She's fat. She's a fat little, like, she's only 3 years old.
Now,
She's
this
a
next
fat
video
little
comes from a
cheeks.
very odd source. It was originally part of a commercial ad campaign for the travel website Expedia.
What's up, Tyler?
But a very observant Reddit user named INOLOL immediately
Hey, you're an
spotted
athlete.
something
Yeah,
very
right.
disturbing in the video.
Maybe if I
Take a
bribe her
look.
with food, she might. What is it? What the fuck is this?
Now, you probably didn't notice anything, and neither did I at first glance. But watch again, keeping a close eye on the lady in black.
Oh, her reflection was different.
Did you see it? Well, take one last look with a close-up on the
What?
lady in black and her reflection on the wall. In the reflection, she seems to take a look toward the man in the video, but her actual body seems to remain completely still. Now, this could be an optical illusion or possibly an editing mistake, but the fact that everything else around her seems to move normally makes it especially creepy. Reddit user Baked Potato posted a bizarre
That is
video to
weird.
the r/Ghost subreddit. He says that years ago, his friend Kim toured the haunted Limp Mansion in St. Louis, Missouri. Kim recorded a video on her phone that caught something
Thank you, Nick.
chilling.
What's up, bro, man?
Now, here I'll quote someone quoting me from this very video's Reddit comments. Did you see it? A shadow figure in a hat seems to appear right in front of a brightly lit window. But when she pans back, nothing there.
It's the Men in Black. By
What
God.
makes this video even more compelling is that it was filmed on a very
You make
old
your dogs
phone.
deadlift?
And Reddit user Baked Potato says that the video can't even be removed from the original cell phone. So it would be very hard to fake. But is it a ghost caught on camera or
Okay,
an
Coco.
optical illusion? Or, to quote another Reddit poster on this thread, is this real? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
It's very spoony, I agree.
You decide.
Hannah, you change your profile picture to Elmo?
Separation anxiety. Paranormal explorer and YouTuber Ricky Velasquez and fellow ghost hunter Nighty travel to a remote location to do a live ghost hunt on YouTube. The building they investigate appears to be a long abandoned log cabin with missing floors and crumbling ceilings. About 18 minutes into their live exploration, they begin to hear something. Ricky and Nighty can hear a low humming sound that almost sounds like the voice of a woman. But it's not over yet.
Pensé que había sido tú, que estabas murmurando o algo.
Ay, Ricky, no.
Seriously creeped out, but positive that they are not alone, Ricky sets up his Kinect camera. He asks the ghostly presence to show itself.
Toma mi energía para que te puedas acercar. Manifiéstate.
Oh, damn. That's, oh my God, what the fuck?
Ay, Ricky.
Don't move, stay there.
No, Ricky.
There's two of them.
Ricky.
¿Qué madres es eso, güey? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué putas madres es eso?
The only thing I would have liked to see,
They watch as what appear to be the terrifying figures of a woman and child holding hands emerge from the pitch black to stare at them. The figures simply stand in the door.
The only thing I would have liked to see with that is if, like, as he's showing that, and I understand not wanting to pan away, but, like, just panning up to prove that there's nothing there. Because that could so easily be faked. But that is creepy nonetheless. I don't know. That could be so easily faked, but that is creepy.
Away and watch before silently disappearing back into the darkness. When Ricky and fellow ghost hunter Nighty reach the area and look around with their flashlights, they don't find anything that could explain what they and their live audience just witnessed.
What's up,
Determined
Sabrina?
to find an explanation, Ricky continues using the Kinect camera.
Yo te ofrendo de mi energía. Manifiéstate, por favor.
Ricky, no, Ricky.
Look to the right. That's where he walked. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm starting to think this is fake. Why would he not look the way it went? Like, why would you look straight?
Now, if you're wondering in this clip why Ricky runs to the opposite side of where the figures seem to disappear, that's because Ricky's Kinect camera is mirrored from what you see in real life.
Okay.
So on the Kinect, when it looks like the figures are moving towards
So-
the right side of the screen, they are actually moving to the left.
Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say, that fucking pisses me off.
Ricky, no, Ricky.
But he still doesn't look. Like, he just looks
So,
straight. Turn
what
your
do you
fucking
think?
camera.
Real or fake?
I don't know.
You decide. You can watch more of this creepy investigation.
I'm sure that they have it on their
Ricky
channel, but, like, I would like to
Velasquez's
see...
YouTube channel.
I want to see, like, his girlfriend or whatever walk in the same spot and see if it looks the same. Like, does it give off a different heat energy or what? That way it's like... Because if they don't do that, then I would just be like, oh, it's fake. But I don't know. I mean, I want to believe that's real, but... it angers me when people chase something and they take forever. Like the person that was walking... They're paid actors fucking giving them time to hide so they can, like, look, no one's there. I don't know.
Caught
What's up, Eric?
on camera. Talented photographer Martin Avejas is not a ghost hunter or urban explorer. He sometimes takes artistic photos of models in abandoned locations and records the photo shoots for his YouTube channel. Martin decides to film a tour of one of his favorite photo shoot locations to show
You
his
just played
friends
someone
and
in League of
followers.
Legends? I
But
do not play League
the
of Legends.
location is an old abandoned
But
decayed
whoever it is, I hope you
church.
killed them
It
in that
didn't
game.
go
If you can
well.
kill people in that game, I'm not sure, but you should have
Part
because
3.
he's an imposter.
Of my favorite place to shoot. It's a little dark outside. It's pretty cloudy. It's rained all day today. I'm gonna show you guys my favorite place to go. Downstairs in what I call the Red Room. The Red Room is a place I go once I'm done shooting for the day. Just to kind of look at pictures, see if I need to retake anything, re-edit anything. I'll show you why it's called the Red Room. It's pretty cool. When you turn the light off during the day, it's got a nice tint of red. I'll show you. It's a little dark now, but can't see. Come down here, it's peaceful, it's quiet.
Is that his hand or what the fuck was it? What the fuck is that? Turn your light on. Ooh, gross. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
The shadowy shape of what looks like a man is sitting slumped down in a chair, all alone in the dark. Startled, Martin turns off his flashlight. But then he turns it back on again just to make sure. The man is now sitting straight upright. He jumps out of his chair and begins to chase Martin.
Ugh.
Shit. Oh my god.
Luckily, Martin escapes unharmed. So, do you think this is a paranormal entity lurking in the abandoned church? Or just a creepy homeless man? Let me know what you think. Ghosts of all sizes. Popular Chinese live streamer Zhao Long, who I've featured in previous top 5s, is back in another creepy exploration with one of his friends, Zhao Jin. After a long 4-hour drive to what looks like the middle of nowhere, the live stream starts with the two friends lightheartedly joking around.
That's how it always starts.
哎呦我去啊，这什么花啊？别摸，这玩意儿有剧毒，你不知道啊？
戴手套了。
五颜六色的东西你不能碰，老师他妈没教你啊！别他妈整，这他妈的二逼呀、这是绝情草，你傻逼似的。
绝情草。
绝情草，
绝情草没事儿，我就怕绝经。
绝！操你妈！你个傻屌！
However, the fun doesn't last long. As they begin to explore the empty building, things quickly take a turn for the worse.
咱俩他妈开车最少得开他妈的
3个半吧。
4个小时，最少得开4个小时，走。我操你妈的！哎呦我操！
Okay. Ghost said, "Fuck that light."
我操你妈的！哎呦我操！我操！
打扰你们。哎呦我操！我操了！打扰你们。
没砸着，我他妈吓死了！我操！
操，这鞋哪来的？这逼玩意儿咋能掉呢？操了！
After almost getting hit by falling glass, Xiaolong and his friend Zhao Jin still dismiss it as a simple, odd coincidence. They continue their exploration through the dark hallways, but soon get another unexpected interruption.
One of them's gonna get dragged away on his feet. Just watch.
They run outside to safety and Zhao Jin has had enough. After a short break, Zhao Long presses that they should continue their live investigation. When they re-enter the building, their live stream viewers spot something truly terrifying.
Okay, here we go.
哎呦我操你妈呀！
Is the thing on the wall? That can't be it. That's not terrifying. Something's gonna be in a
我
window.
能踩去我？
Did you see it? That's what he's gonna say.
操你妈！我都不敢踩有点儿，这底下是空的。
Did you see it?
Don't tell me it was those
Two
lights.
scared explorers didn't, but after reading some disturbing comments on their live chat, they make a frightening discovery.
然后是一张曝光的图。哎呦，我操你妈的！
I didn't. Oh, I didn't see that.
哎呦我操你妈呀！
Yeah, that's a demon, all right. I know one when I see one.
On a screenshot sent in by one of Xiaolong's fans, a tall, pale figure can be seen staring at them from one of the top windows. What makes this even more bizarre is that when they investigate the area where the creepy apparition was spotted, they realize how freakishly tall it must have been.
我合着你怕啥？
Winter, what's up? How you doing?
我操你妈！走走走！
But then things get truly bizarre.
我操你！我操！
What? What the fuck are they screaming about?
我操你妈！
Oh, is the little thing crouching down? Or... It's the nun. Probably.
我操！我啊啊！
I've been busy the last few days, mostly tired, but yeah, a little bit of bored as well.
小叶！
Some small dark thing seems to appear out of thin air right before their eyes. And then, just as quickly, it's gone. Terrified, they run out of the building and head home.
I've just been working on memes this time.
You can watch Xiao Long's full live stream ghost hunts on his channel on a Chinese live streaming site. The link is in the video
Trusty
description.
double barrel crucifix
Room
shotgun.
for
Bam.
one more. Now in this next video, there's just a lot going on. Facebook user Rick Wade posted a video on his Facebook page with the description, "Do you see something strange in this video?" He claims that while there was a wedding party going on downstairs, he could hear a female voice coming from an upstairs bedroom. Strangely enough, the voice seemed to be humming. Intrigued, Rick goes upstairs and takes out his phone and starts recording.
What the fuck is in that closet? Please tell me those are...
When Rick reviews his footage later, he spots two chilling occurrences that he didn't notice.
Look
at
like there's
the
little
time.
legs in there or something.
First, what looks to be a small child can be seen in the corner of the closet.
How do you not
standing
notice
there,
that, though?
Motionless.
Like at the time.
Then, as he pans to the right, we see a quick glimpse of what looks to be the edge of a green dress passing by Rick as he films the bedroom. Rick says that he was alone upstairs and that the closet was empty. The mysterious footage remains unexplained. Thanks for watching. You can submit or suggest videos at nukestop5@gmail.com. Follow me on the Twitters at nukestop5.
What'd you make, Nick? What did you make? Oops, don't play this. No. There we go. I'm gonna try to find another UFO slapped ham video. Let's see if he's got any more. Okay. He does. This is the 10 most, or the 8 most convincing UFO sightings of all time. Now we're gonna skip all the bullshit here. Get right to it.
California. While air raid sirens sounded, several spotlights maintained the object's position. The 37th U.S. Coast Artillery Brigade began peppering
up,
the
Andrew?
UFO with 50 caliber machine guns and 12.8 pound anti-aircraft shells. The barrage continued well into...
Oh, it's on the Reddit? Nice. We'll check out Reddit tonight for sure.
Initially, the object was thought to be an invading Japanese aircraft, as the incident occurred less than 3 months after the attack on Pearl Harbor. However, it was later announced that the entire incident was a false alarm put down to a case of worn nerves. Despite the government's feeble attempt to explain the incident, the identity of the object was never confirmed, nor whether the US government managed to shoot it down or not.
Jesus.
Former US astronaut claims UFO encounters. Former Apollo 14 member Dr. Edgar Mitchell claims that aliens came to Earth to stop a nuclear war between the US and the Soviet Union. According to Mitchell, several high-ranking military officials told him that they had
What's up,
seen
feetball?
UFOs during
How you
weapons
been?
tests during the 1940s,
Damn cat's out.
including the first ever test of a nuclear weapon in New Mexico on the 16th of July 1945. Mitchell is even quoted as saying, "Other officers from bases on the Pacific coast told me their test missiles were frequently shot down by alien spacecraft." UFO over Holy City. On January 28, 2011, several witnesses captured astonishing footage of a UFO flying over the Dome of the Rock on Jerusalem's Temple Mount. The glowing orb was seen clearly in the night sky before descending to within meters of the buildings below. It hovered
clearly
there
a
for
weather
few
balloon.
seconds
I
before
mean,
emitting a bright light
duh.
and ascending at great speed away from the building.
Yeah, it's definitely a weather balloon.
While the Israeli government dismissed the videos as likely hoaxes, no one has yet offered a definitive explanation as to what it was or how the video was made. Because the mysterious object appeared in such a holy place, many believe the UFO was a
The U.S.
sign
government
from
did
God.
confirm UFOs, but they did not confirm aliens.
UFO landing
Obviously,
in
I mean, I don't
Flatwoods,
know why.
West Virginia. On September 12th, 1952,
Imagine if they did, like, if they just straight up be like, hey,
Paxton County, West Virginia, USA.
Yeah, there's fucking
The May
aliens,
brothers
and
their friend
they're
witnessed
around you
something
every
very
day.
strange
People would just, like,
indeed.
freak out
While playing
and
in a
have
field,
mass
the three boys
meltdowns.
claimed to
There'd
have
be no
seen a
fucking
bright
toilet
orb
paper again.
flying overhead and
Some dumb
landing
shit
on a
would go
nearby
dry, and
neighbor's
it'd
land.
just be dumb.
The boys headed indoors to tell their mother. The boys and their mother collected several more locals, and the makeshift mob headed
There'd
into
probably
the
be a
hills
massive
where the
tinfoil
broad light
shortage.
landed. There they allegedly witnessed a darkly clad creature with a large cape that came towards them hissing before returning to the glowing orb. Many witnesses claim to have smelled a horribly pungent odor that burned their eyes and noses. Later, many of them became ill, complaining of symptoms similar to mustard gas exposure. Westall UFO encounter. At 11 AM on Wednesday, 6th of April 1966, more than 200 students and staff from Westall High School and Westall State School in Victoria, Australia, claim to have witnessed a grey saucer-shaped craft land in a nearby field. The craft, described as about the size of 2 family cars and glowing purple, reportedly descended behind a line of trees where it remained for about 20 minutes. It is said that the object then climbed at great speed and departed in a northwest direction. Several newspapers covered the story, including the Dandenong Journal, which ran 2 separate front-page articles on the unexplained event. GTV Channel 9 Television ran a news report on this strange encounter in which a student, Joy Teague, described the object in detail. Sometime after, the footage went missing, Channel 9 reporting that the footage was removed from their archive and never returned. On April 8, 2006, a witness reunion was held at the Westall Tennis Club to commemorate the 40th anniversary of the mysterious incident. UFO over the Atlantic. In 1950, Navy Commander Graham Bethune and his crew witnessed a UFO during a flight between Keflavik, Iceland and Argentia, Newfoundland. Commander Bethune was transporting several high-ranking military VIPs back to the US when the strange object appeared over the Atlantic Ocean. Bethune reported that the craft was approximately 300 feet in diameter and was surrounded by a fire-like halo. According to Bethune, the UFO suddenly rose to the level of the plane, at which time several members of the crew ducked for cover, fearing the object would crash right into them. When Bethune finally landed in Argentia, he, along with several members
Oh
of
yeah,
his crew,
UFOs
were
are not
questioned about what
human
they had
creation.
seen.
They're not from this world. But
Amazingly, all reports were
I do
very
believe
similar,
that
and the bizarre
we have
story was
reverse
further
engineered
corroborated by air traffic
alien
controllers
space
that managed to
technology,
track the mysterious
and
craft
we
from the
do
ground.
fly them
We've
around.
put a link to the full video testimony
And
of
even
Commander
Bob
Graham Bethune in the
Lazard would
description box
that's
below.
the information comes from
Well
Bob
worth
Lazard, who
checking
used
out.
to work with a team at Area 51 where they just examined it, but he knew the test flight. They would they basically converted it so that they could learn how to fly it. And so yeah.
Several unidentified objects on his radar. The objects were confirmed by several other controllers, including the senior air
Joe
traffic
Rogan is a
controller Harry
cryptid.
Barnes. Barnes contacted the airport's other radar center where controller Howard Coughlin confirmed that he could see one of the objects out of his window. The objects were described as glowing bright orange and moved in a manner unlike any aircraft known at the time, sometimes traveling at speeds estimated at 7,000 miles per hour. When the objects moved over the White House, Barnes contacted Andrews Air Force Base. Soon the controllers at the Air Force Base confirmed several unusual blips on their radar screens. The mysterious blips corresponded to the location of the glowing orange lights, which were now being viewed in the sky by military personnel. At 3 a.m, 2 F-94 Starfire jet fighters were sent to intercept the objects. Just as the jets entered the area, the objects vanished from the radar. The incident made front-page headlines, raising fear and panic amongst the local citizens. The objects mysteriously reappeared on radar 1 week later.
Imagine fighter jets getting in a fight with fucking UFOs.
Reported to have seen strange fiery orange objects moving at tremendous speed through the night sky. The sightings led to President Harry Truman to personally call for an explanation of the events. Several news sources reported that the Air Force jet pilots had been placed on 24-hour alert with orders to shoot down any craft that refused to land. One jet pilot, Lieutenant William Patterson, reportedly chased 4 of the objects at speed when they suddenly surrounded his plane. Patterson asked the control tower at National Airport what he should do. He received nothing but stunned silence from the controllers. Patterson then said the 4 objects sped away from his jet and disappeared. The Japan Airlines Flight 1628 sighting. On November 17, 1986, Japan Airlines Flight 1628 was en route from Paris to Narita, Tokyo. At 5:11 p.m, as the flight was changing direction through Alaskan airspace, several members of the crew, including ex-fighter pilot Captain Kenju Terauchi, witnessed 2 bright objects to their left. Terauchi described the objects as having a disregard for inertia in their movements, and one of the objects seemed to move as though it had overcome gravity. Soon the objects disappeared and a third, much larger object became visible. Terauchi claimed the new object was cylindrical and twice the size of an aircraft carrier. The captain then requested a change of course in order to avoid the UFO, which was now heading straight towards the plane. Following the incident, Captain Terauchi was grounded by the airline after he reported what had happened to 2 Japanese news journalists. Later, FAA Division Chief of the Accidents and Investigations Branch, John Callahan, was asked to compile a report of the occurrence in which he tied radar data of the objects with the voice tapes taken from onboard Flight 1628. The report was presented to members of the FBI, CIA, President Reagan's scientific study team, and several unidentified individuals in a meeting that was deemed top secret. According to Callahan, the incident was viewed as the first recording of UFO radar data, and all present were told to keep silent about the entire incident. A link to John Callahan's astonishing testimony recorded in 2001 can be found in the description box below. Huge shout out to All Time Numbers. It was an absolute blast working with you guys on this one. Now if you want some amazing information about our galaxy, the Milky Way...
Do this actually. Okay. Let's see if there's any more UFO. Okay. Let's do this one.
Join us as we take a look at Tenzin Province, Shandong. There in the sky is a bizarre rectangle shape hovering above the clouds. 2 separate cameras captured the same sighting, as well as numerous residents all saying they saw the same strange shape flying in the sky.
What's up, Texas Panhandle?
When the footage was posted on August 13, many took to Weibo, a social media site in China, to discuss the incident. Some say it was the door to heaven opening up, while others thought it looked like a glowing magic carpet. According to local reports, the phenomenon may have just been spotlights projecting onto the clouds in the night sky. While it does look very similar,
we'll never get attacked by another planet because we have the Avengers. So we're
set. This looks to be illuminated from behind an object. Whatever the case may be, it makes for an amazing piece of footage that still remains a mystery today.
What do I think it looks like? Bobbles Art actually, you can Google it.
On the 21st of February 2017,
Bobbles Art actually drew
an
image of what it looked like inside the craft and outside the craft.
It streaked across the sky.
It's very simple and bare.
Filmed by hundreds of eyewitnesses, the strange glowing object sparked fierce online debate. In the video, we see a bright yellow streak trailing in the morning sky.
Like, apparently
It
they
looks
don't have
it's a
windows.
flame,
They just
almost
have...
like a meteorite entering the
It's a
atmosphere.
material, like it's a metal that
When
you
the
can
video
see
was
through.
shared to
It was
Facebook,
weird
garnered
how he's
thousands
describing
of
it. Like,
views
it's a
within
metal that
days.
it's like...
Many polarizing theories were
you can turn a
suggested
button
from
or a
space
switch or
jump,
something, like
fireball,
a
meteorites and contrails
thing, and you
to
can, like,
fairies and
the
alien
metal
visitors.
becomes transparent, like
Official
invisible almost, but
reports
like
said
for the
the
windshield
incident
so you
was
can
nothing
see you're
more
going
than an
anywhere. I don't know.
aircraft as
It was weird
passed
how
over Australian airspace. However, this did little to satiate witness theories, with many heralding the incident as aliens visiting from outer space. This mass UFO sighting occurred on July 23, 2011.
Eli's
in
favorite
Sao
gun is
Paulo,
the,
Brazil. The incident was reported by dozens of
Glock 9.
eyewitnesses and even caught the attention of a local news report.
It's the only one that he can
Up
handle
to
the
4
recoil
separate
of.
pieces of footage were publicly
Or an
released, all
MP9.
capturing the same strange circular shape floating in the sky. In the first video, we see a blue orb of light surrounded by a wheel of smaller, rotating white lights.
Ooh, if the world was
Skeptics have
ending and you
noted
can
that
only
the grainy
take
footage
one,
may be nothing more than a
it
Ferris
should be
wheel
interesting to see
filmed
what
by a
Eli
tilted
takes. What gun would you
camera.
pick if you can only have
However,
one?
in
The
the
world was
second
ending.
eyewitness
Depends how it's ending
video,
though.
we
Is it
see the
zombies or
same
is it like
orbiting light
just
from a different angle? This perspective shows the object from
the
the
coronavirus,
side.
you know?
The rotating lights seem to form a disc shape. This angle makes it easier to see that the lights are floating in the sky. If we take a look at the third piece of footage, it shows the object has stopped spinning and is now all white. The interesting thing about this viewpoint is that the camera zooms out, showing that the UFO is actually really far away, becoming just a single dot when fully zoomed out. Finally, the fourth eyewitness's footage is different again. This time the object seems to have formed a triangular formation with a blue and green hue.
Yeah, the Glock 9. Eli loves the Glock 9.
This is some bizarre footage that was uploaded to YouTube back in 2007.
Yeah, this
For
is
this
fake.
video, we used the literal sense of the acronym UFO, as in it's an unidentified flying object. It's not necessarily alien in origin, but it's a flying craft of a speculative nature. In the clip, we see a man flying around in a small craft, not much larger than an average-sized wheelie bin.
Could be fireworks.
It has a fan jet
I mean,
engine on the bottom and has two
I don't know,
landing
like the
feet
fact that
similar
he
to a
zoomed out
helicopter.
and it was just a
The video
blob in the
states
sky
that
and
the
it was
craft is
moving
known
like
as a
rotating.
Wasp,
I don't
an
think it was
experimental
fireworks, but
vertical takeoff
it
and
kind of
landing
looked like
system developed in the
how
1970s
fireworks
under the
would
supervision
explode
of the US
in a way,
military.
yeah.
It can fly for 30
a
to
fairground
45
ride.
minutes
It could
at a
be, maybe it
maximum speed
got
of
away,
97
you know?
kilometers or around 60 miles per hour, with a vertical flying limit of 3,000 meters, which is around 10,000 feet. According to sources, the military discontinued the development of the aircraft as they deemed it inferior to helicopters and other flying craft.
this
at
actually
the
looks like
time.
real footage now. I'm gonna look at it.
In January 2017, striking footage emerged out of Salento, Italy.
Mary Poppins.
A local man noticed
Right?
something strange in the sky at around 8 PM local time. He filmed the bizarre object with his smartphone. In the video, we see a bright white light hovering in the night sky. The mysterious UFO seems to change colour from white to green. At one point, it even transforms into a halo shape right before vanishing completely. The video is believed to be genuine and hasn't been manipulated in any way. It was posted to Facebook by Lucio Margiotta, a music teacher at the Music Academy of Salento. He was astonished at what he had captured, saying, "I don't know what it was, but it's very strange." Opinions on the footage vary greatly. Some commentators thought that perhaps the smartphone that the clip was filmed on distorted the image when it zoomed in, creating that strange halo effect. Others thought it could be Venus. Another user heralded the footage as the arrival of the sphere beings, creatures from another planet that he says visit him frequently.
Venus, he says.
Whatever the case may be, it's still an amazing piece of footage. Could it be that aliens are observing our planet, or is this just a technological malfunction? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. There's not a lot of solid information to go on with this clip. It began appearing on YouTube in 2015. It claims to be filmed somewhere in Hawaii, however several channels report different dates for the sighting. In the video, we see a large cylinder-shaped white UFO floating in the sky. Around the center object are half a dozen or so flashing lights. They pulse in and out of sight, darting here and there in the blue sky. The bigger object begins to move downward before flashing out of view. The other objects continue to pulse before darting quickly to the right of screen.
Look how many of them there are.
It's
What
hard
the
to
fuck?
make further comment on this video as there's very little else to go on. The person who captured the footage has never come forward, plus the differing dates and lack of precise location err this footage on the side of a hoax. If anyone has any information on this footage, leave a comment down below. This astonishing footage baffled government officials for more than 2 years and was officially released to the public in early 2017. This clip was filmed on November 11, 2014 by a Chilean Navy helicopter
Damn, Eric,
pilot.
that's a
An accompanying
nice
technician
gun.
also witnessed the event and was at the time testing an infrared camera. In the footage, we see a disc-shaped object trailing across the sky. It flies at a similar altitude and trajectory of the helicopter.
You heard a gunshot
At 2 separate
outside your
times,
house?
the UFO discharges
probably a weather balloon.
trail of hot liquid. The object could be seen by the naked eye and by infrared camera. However, the helicopter's radar detected no nearby craft. After the technician reported the sighting, air traffic control confirmed that there was no aircraft planned to fly in that airspace at that time, nor could they detect anything flying at that time. The pilot made several attempts to contact the craft using the multinational civilian bandwidth, which is designed for these occasions. There was no answer. An official
Dakota, did I ever
investigation
tell
was
you that,
launched by the
and Eli knows this,
CFAA, a
but
specialized
I hit
Chilean
a
government agency
target
which examines UFOs
from,
and UAPs, unidentified
4,000
aerial
yards away
phenomena.
with the fucking
After an
AK-47
exhaustive inquiry, the
with
agency
one shot.
couldn't come to any definite conclusions.
It was an impressive shot.
This footage is considered to be some of the most significant UFO footage ever captured. The two highly reliable Navy witnesses, the quality footage filmed on military-grade equipment, the fact that it goes for 9 minutes, all amounts to some of the most compelling evidence of the existence of extraterrestrials.
The combat probe.
This footage was captured in mid-2016 by a pilot flying over Chicago, Illinois. In the video, we see three
What the fuck
glowing
are those
balls
little
of
dots?
light.
Are those like...
They fly in a triangle formation right
What
next
the
to
fuck?
the
That was in the
plane.
other video too. What
The three
fuck is
orbs
that?
shift about in the air effortlessly before taking off at great speeds towards the bottom of the screen.
is that a camera?
The maneuverability of the objects is far too agile for it to be other commercial aircraft or even military fighter jets. Reactions to this viral video vary from reflections on the window, weather phenomenon,
Should've
and
just threw it
lightning
and
to
stuck the-
angels and enlightened flying beings.
Yeah. I
What do you
fucking
think
nailed
this
it.
pilot
I didn't
has
say how I
captured?
nailed it,
Could
but
this be proof of aliens from another planet? In early 2011, two motorists in Sao Paulo, Brazil captured this startling footage of a UFO hiding behind a cloud. Submitted to a local TV station, G1, the video garnered significant media attention.
What? Okay.
In the clip, we
Does
see
he
a
have
floating
camera
object
effect,
hovering just behind a cloud.
After Effects? Like, why do I see
holds
dots?
there
Or is it
for
when I
around
fucking
60
going blind?
seconds before taking off in a dazzling
only see
light
dots?
display. The two witnesses were gobsmacked at the incident. According to the TV report, the cameraman felt the earth shake the moment the UFO flashed out of sight. However, there was no recorded seismic activity at the time the event took place. Skeptics claim if you analyse frames of the footage, right as the truck passes in the clip, there are noticeable alterations that aren't visible to the naked eye. However, the two eyewitnesses maintain the authenticity of the footage.
Interesting.
A mass
Okay.
UFO sighting occurred in the skies over Cornwall, England in July 2017.
This one looks very
Numerous
fake.
people captured footage of a strange shape-shifting object hovering in the sky. The phenomena happened over several days, with dozens of witnesses reporting the event. The first sighting occurred on Monday, July 18th, when
That's a
surfer
fucking alien.
Kiefer Krishnan posted his GoPro
I mean, if
footage
she
to
bad, she
Instagram.
bad.
Photographer Shane House was the second to come forward with amazing footage of the object hovering above the A30 freeway. The UFO seems to shimmer in and out of visibility against the cloudy English sky.
Would you rather get abducted by a
Next,
blue
the
alien or a
Twitter
green
user by the
alien
name
or a
of
purple
Harry
alien?
Wild posted his
The ones
version
in,
of events
the
on
GTA
Fiscal
war
Beach.
going on right now.
Again, the same strange shimmering shape.
If I see
floating
one more
through the
post about
sky.
that thing on my
Many
my
responded
social
to the
medias.
tweet,
Oh my
noting that it
god.
looked like a swarm of birds or insects drifting through the air. 3 more sightings occurred on the Tuesday, all showing the exact same object in the sky. Many news outlets around England were quick to point out that the footage may be a planned hoax orchestrated by a local conservationist initiative. The Eden Project is a series of gigantic greenhouse domes that house exotic plants and various exhibitions in Cornwall. At the time of the UFO
I can
sightings,
see that
the
being
Eden
birds.
Project was hosting an event called Alien Encounter. While they never officially owned up to the publicity stunt, it seems likely that they were the culprits.
Looks fucking weird.
Hello, ham fam. How you all doing?
No, 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 we're not. No, 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 no. Six real photos that may prove that aliens exist. Okay, let's see. What would I do if I was abducted by hot aliens?
Alan, and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious
I don't know what I
photos.
could do. I mean, I'm assuming if I'm abducted, I have no control over what I
to an image
do,
taken inside
so
an alien spacecraft.
I'm just in for the ride, I guess.
Join us as we take a look at 6 compelling photos of aliens that may prove we're not alone in this universe. But before we get into it, remember to hit that subscribe button for more awesome, creepy content just like this.
This extraordinary photo appears to show the moment two unidentified military officers escort a strange being through a compound. Allegedly, this photo was taken in April 1950 in Wiesbaden, Germany. However, it wasn't revealed to the public until 1977, when the FBI declassified documents on request of the UFO Information Network. The photograph depicts a small humanoid figure with what looks to be a breathing apparatus attached to its mouth. It's hard to tell by the graininess of the photo, but the figure's posture looks like it may have its hands tied behind its back.
It would appear to be a small gray, but it doesn't even really look like that.
There's rumours that this photo is simply a hoax created by photographer Hans Scheffler, who airbrushed an image of his son who was walking with 2 military officers. Researchers, however, have defended the image, claiming that the hoax story is a misdirection tactic to cover up the fact that the German government has made contact with extraterrestrials. This photo was revealed to the public in Cologne, Germany.
There's Dakota. Go for a walk. I'll 5'2" of them.
It was released near the beginning of the Cold War when an unprecedented amount of UFOs the public.
There's Dakota Warren just chilling with his parents. They're just taking him out for a little walk.
Cologne, Germany in April 1950. It was released near the beginning of the Cold War when an unprecedented amount of UFO sightings were being reported all around the world.
That's just Serena.
2 government agents assisting
Serena, yeah, she's a little tiny thing.
A muscular physique and little.
I know you meant the last one. There's a delay,
it's
but
believed that the photo was first.
Yeah, that last alien could have been Serena.
New Illustrate. It was linked to a story covering the infamous 1948 Aztec, New Mexico UFO incident.
That's it.
Sometimes referred to as the Other Roswell, the Aztec UFO incident purports that the US military recovered 16 alien bodies from a giant spacecraft that landed in Hart Canyon, not far from the city of Aztec. The story was ultimately outed as a hoax created by conmen Silas M. Newton and Leo Gebauer. It's alleged that they concocted the incident to sell supposed alien technology to the public. However,
still growing, okay.
The incident did actually occur, and that the government
no, you're not, Serena.
Stories to complicate public opinion.
If you guys didn't know, Serena actually is very short. You were like, I think you said you were 3 foot
covered the alien
11. I think you said.
It hidden along with several other
she's very short.
In a top secret
she's technically classified as a midget.
In April 2011, a letter was uncovered known as the Hottel Memo, which many believe is proof that a cover-up was employed by the US government. The memo contained the statements of a man named Guy Hottel, an FBI agent in charge of the Washington field office at the time. The memo was addressed to J. Edgar Hoover and archived in the FBI records. Until recently, the infamous
Can I check who dislikes and likes? No, I can't.
On the FBI's website. In 2013, the FBI issued a press release claiming that the memo was a hoax. They said it was an allegation that was never investigated and that the letter doesn't prove the existence of extraterrestrials. Whether the government
6
is
pounds.
covering their tracks and implementing a ruse
she's
to
tiny little
confuse
thing.
the public isn't clear. The incident and this photo still remains a mystery to this day. This photo purportedly shows the moment an alien grey shook hands with a US military officer in the 1940s. The photograph shows a small humanoid creature with a bulbous head and big black eyes, standing in front of a military officer and a scientist to the left. There seems to be some unusual machinery in the background. The photo first appeared on the internet in 2003. It was posted to an old UFO investigation forum with the text, Welcome to Area 51. Let me show you our 25 level deep facilities. You know officially this base does not exist, but you can see it in daylight. We'll let you use our gene pool from our female wombs to clone hybrid humans. What did you say you want in return? As the text suggests, many believe this photo was taken inside Area 51, at which time the US government made first contact with an extraterrestrial species. It alludes to a hybrid cloning program that may indeed be running without public knowledge.
That wouldn't surprise me.
The Ilkley Moor alien photo is considered by many to be one of the most plausible alien encounters in recorded history. Skeptics, historians, and ufologists all agree that the photo is one of the most significant of its kind, leading some to speculate that this is photographic evidence of the existence of extraterrestrials. On a misty December morning in 1987, retired police officer Philip Spencer was walking through rural countryside, known as the Ilkley Moors in Yorkshire, England, when he allegedly had an encounter with a strange being that has been debated on for decades. The area has been noted for paranormal events for centuries. Mysterious carved stones date back to the Bronze Age, ghost sightings have been reported, strange lights are often seen, and there's a circle of esoteric stones located in the moors, but almost no one knows their origins. As Spencer navigated his way through the desolate moorland, he took a collection of photographs, hoping to capture something unusual. He had been inspired by local reports of strange lights hovering around the area. Suddenly, along the path, he noticed a strange little creature. It had large three-fingered hands.
Yeah, Hannah, you're gonna get put in timeout for
as
spamming.
well as a bulbous head with enormous eyes. Its mouth was small, but didn't appear to have a nose. Spencer felt as though the being was waving him away to leave the area immediately. It was at this moment that Spencer took this infamous photo. The creature then ran away. Spencer gave chase and saw just over the ridge a saucer-shaped craft. It hovered above the ground for a few moments before taking off into the sky. Astounded with his encounter, Spencer quickly made his way to the nearest town to report what had happened. However, when he arrived, he noticed several hours had gone by unaccounted for, and the compass he was carrying was pointing south. Months went by and Spencer still couldn't articulate or comprehend what had happened. It was at this point he enlisted the help of UFO investigator Peter Howell, who helped him have the photograph analysed. Kodak Labs, photojournalists and other experts, even the US Navy, examined the photo, all of which agreed that the image hadn't been tampered with in any way. It wasn't superimposed or a case of double exposure. The more Spencer tried to explain himself, the more mysterious the event became. Soon he was having vivid dreams of the encounter and resorted to hypnotherapy to process his regression. In these sessions, he discovered that he may have actually been abducted by the alien. He began having visions of being inside a spaceship. More little green men surrounded him. They performed strange experiments, prodded him with instruments, sticking things in his nose. During the abduction, Spencer was allegedly given a tour of the ship. He said he could see Earth from one of the windows. The beings showed him a screen full of images, nuclear bombs going off, war, destruction, soldiers marching. But it's the second video he was shown that is somewhat more mysterious. Spencer said he watched something that was of the utmost importance, but he was sworn to secrecy. Even when under hypnotic trance or being interviewed by the police or the military, Spencer refuses to divulge what he saw on the alien screen. Even to this day, he's remained secretive about this one hidden detail.
I've heard of that before, where like when you are abducted by aliens, you don't ever remember. Like you don't know, you could have been abducted by aliens at some point, you just don't know. But a lot of people who have been abducted find out that they were abducted through hypnotherapy. And if you watch the movie, now I'm afraid what it's called. Is it The Fifth Kind? The Fourth Kind? The Fourth Kind, Fifth Kind? It's that it's like a half documentary, half movie. They kind of reenact, but they use real footage. That's kind of an example of what I'm talking about.
This image allegedly shows an extraterrestrial being that was photographed on board an alien spacecraft. According to the book UFO Contacts in Italy, in October 1957, 2 men were allowed to enter an alien spaceship and take photos. The craft was thought to have landed in Francavilla along the Adriatic coast of Italy. The extraordinary set of photographs shows what appears to be some kind of flight deck, some unusual equipment, and, most startling of all, an alien pilot. The photos form part of what is known as the Friendship Case, a mysterious set of events that ran from 1956 to 1957. During that time, a group of local residents claimed to have been involved in regular visits from extraterrestrial beings. They said the beings were friendly and were willing to help advance the human race. Allegedly, these aliens built enormous underground bases here on Earth, in particularly in Italy along the Adriatic coast. It's claimed that this collaboration between aliens and the small cohort of humans went on for 20 years, and that Italian diplomat Consul Alberto Perego took part in the operation. Whether these events really took place remains unclear, but the sensational Italian book, which was published in February 2018, defends the evidence, claiming that aliens really did visit our planet during the 1950s. Before we get to that number one spot and take a look at an alien that allegedly crash landed in
That movie's scary. Yeah, right?
remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on channel notifications. That way you'll be up to date with all our latest creepy content.
Yeah.
This is some startling footage that emerged out of Russia in mid-2011. It appears to show a dead alien lying in the cold Siberian
Winter and
snow.
Industrial are getting
The
married.
mysterious
Congrats.
body was found in the snow in the Irkutsk region of southern
You're showing
Siberia.
Serena. Oh, nice. Yeah, that
Just
movie is
prior
fucking
to the
terrifying.
discovery, locals in the area
Especially when they
reported
use the
seeing
real
a
desk
pink and
footage of
blue
the
glowing
police
object
officer who
streak across the sky.
witnessed the
A loud
abduction.
bang was then heard, leading many to believe it was an alien spacecraft crash landing in the
You
countryside.
want me to be the priest?
The event was so
Why the
alarming
priest?
that the
Why do you want me to
Russian
be the
government
priest?
dispatched a team of investigators to determine what had happened. After an exhaustive search, no crash site was ever discovered.
Can I be drunk at least?
Russian media outlets widely covered the strange
Can I wrap
occurrence,
the,
but it wasn't until this footage leaked that many
lines?
people began questioning what exactly had happened. It's alleged that the Russian government gave a statement declaring the event a hoax, stating that high school kids created an alien model out of breadcrumbs
Fire in the
and
Sky. I
chicken
feel like I've
skin.
seen that one too.
What do you think?
Fire in the
Is
Sky,
this
that
whole
sounds so
thing just a
familiar.
high school prank, or did an alien really crash land in Siberia? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below.
Well, that's the end of another episode. Thank you so much for watching. Now, in the comment section below, let us know which one of these photos you thought was the most fascinating, and do you believe in aliens? I'll be reading and responding to all your comments, giving out hearts, and I'll pin one lucky comment as well. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time. Pew!
I wonder. If you could have a spaceship to yourself, which one would it be? A spaceship.
Thanks to Sunbasket.
Oh, Lava and Industrial calling it off. Penguin, what's up? Girlfriend just lost her job because of the coronavirus? Just like lost it? That sucks. She should get unemployment, but still, yeah, it sucks, bro. Yeah, the corona is... Now we have to deal with murder hornets, you know, that are moving into the United States. So that's fun. I'm excited about that.
Thanks to Sunbasket.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at one of the most fascinating UFO cases in history, the Westall UFO encounter. But as always, before we dive into this fascinating tale, remember to hit that subscribe button for more interesting content just like this.
Do I think Chills makes good videos? No, I don't.
Most UFO sightings are quickly dismissed as the delusions of lone believers, or quickly explained away with more rational, down-to-earth
I liked Alien
interpretations.
Abduction.
However, over
do you
the
mean?
years, there have been a few UFO encounters that were backed up by
Yeah, murder
numerous
hornets. I mean,
witnesses.
after I saw the video of the guy actually
Credibility
holding it,
for
like
more
they're the
than
size
just
of your
UFO
hand. They're like
enthusiasts to
2
the
inches
world.
long, but they're basically
One
like the
such
size
case
of
is the
like
Westall
if you have like
UFO encounter.
probably a little smaller than my hand. I have massive hands, right? But if you put up Serena's hand, it's probably like
Westall
14 of
UFO
Serena's
encounter
hands.
took place on April 6, 1966, in Melbourne, Australia. According to at least 200 witnesses, a flying object descended from the sky and appeared to land in a large field.
Oh yeah,
near the
Logan, you're
two
screwed. You're gonna get the
schools where
murder
majority of the
hornets in
witnesses
no
were
time.
Located. The witnesses first spotted the aircraft at around 11
And they
a.m.
primarily hunt on
Most of the
honeybees,
children
so
who
we're
first
definitely
spotted the UFO were
uber
excited
fucked.
by the
Because if
strange
we
object
have
in
no
the
honeybees,
sky,
we have no
and
human
their
race. We're
exclamations
all gonna
brought
die.
others outside to witness the incident. It was reported
We
that a
need
few
bees
students
to
collapsed
survive.
in fright when they saw the UFO. The students and faculty at the two schools watched for 20 minutes while the object hovered over the field, made quick lateral movements, and eventually descended into the field of wild
The
grass.
movie Alien Abduction.
After a few minutes, it took
I
off
can't remember if I've
again
seen
at
it,
a
to be
higher
honest.
speed,
Probably.
appearing to head towards Clayton South, a nearby suburb. The witnesses, most of whom had just completed outdoor exercises at Westall High School, described the craft as a silver disc with a slight purple hue. Some claimed
You got it
that
all
the
figured
disc
out,
was
huh,
more
Industrial?
green in color. Witnesses agreed that the object was about twice the size of an average sedan. Some of the witnesses also claimed to have seen other aircraft, more similar in shape to a typical airplane, higher in the air. Some said that the other crafts resembled Cessna planes. They stated that these other crafts began to circle the mysterious object as it flew back into the air from the field. The other crafts appeared to be pursuing it as it flew away from the scene. The weather that morning was
Oh, yeah, the
bright
murder
and sunny,
hornets.
so the witnesses had a clear view of the sky.
Once they're
Some investigators claim that as
once
many as
they're
400
populated
witnesses
enough in the United
from
States,
around
they'll
the
kill
area reported
billions
spotting
every
the
year.
strange
Easy.
object in the sky.
They will easily.
After the UFO and its contingent of pursuers disappeared, many of the students stayed outside hoping that it would return. Shortly after, authorities in military uniforms reportedly appeared on the scene.
Yeah,
to
killer
forbid
bees
the
are bad, but
witnesses
like
from
they're not as bad as
speaking to the
murder
press.
hornets. Murder hornets
The
like have
official
massive
explanation
stingers.
from the
Like
Westall High
their
School
stinger
principal
could
was
fucking
mass hysteria. He stated
like
that when
stab
one
you and
student
lift you
claimed
up
to see the
and
UFO,
fly you away
other students
into
let
their nest and they
imaginations
eat you
run away
alive
with them.
with their mandibles.
However, the witnesses
Definitely
were
not a
all from
bug
Westall
that
High
I'd fuck
School,
with.
so his
No.
explanation doesn't resolve the other accounts. Later in the day, after hearing about the reports, engineering student Kevin Hurley decided to investigate the area where the UFO was said to have landed. The area was a field of thick knee-high grass known as the Grange. After a brief search, he located an area of the grass that was much flatter than the grass around it. He stated that the grass was bent in such a way that it appeared as if something circular had landed there and rotated while on the ground, twisting the grass as it did so. Hurley left the site.
Yeah, and
fascinated by what he
beekeeper
saw.
suits
He
don't keep
returned
out
days later
murder
to
hornets. Like they can
investigate
stab you
further,
through that.
but was surprisingly unable to
And
approach
their
the site
stinger
where
is
he'd
so
found the
massive
odd
it'll go right
depression.
through your entire body.
According to him, the area
Pick
where
you
he
up
found
and
the
you'll be
strange
stuck there,
markings was
paralyzed,
being guarded
squirming
by
around like a
armed
little,
men in military uniforms.
and they'll
Before
fly
he was
away.
aggressively removed from the site,
They're the
police
size
saw a
of
number
jumbo
military
jets,
men
massive like the
knowing
Queen
about
is.
the
Oh man,
markings.
don't want to fuck with
They
it.
appeared
Even
to be
missiles can't
taking
take it down.
readings using a device resembling a Geiger counter.
Took down 2 fighter jets just last week.
According to some reports, the field was later burned, effectively destroying any evidence that may have existed in the field where the UFO was said to have landed. The farmer who owned the land publicly stated that he burned the area himself to discourage UFO hunters from trespassing on his property. However, many believe that the RAAF was behind the fire and that they were attempting to destroy evidence of UFO activity. Days after the sightings, the local newspaper of another nearby town published a photo of a mushroom-shaped object that was spotted flying in the sky. The photo was taken approximately 4 days before the Westall UFO encounter. Close inspection of the photo reveals a silvery disc hovering low in the sky. The photo appears to match descriptions of the craft spotted above Westall, suggesting that the two incidents could have been linked. The Victorian Flying Saucer Research Society, or VFSRS,
I have no idea who that is.
and Phenomena Research Australia,
Is that
PRA,
a Discord
heard
name?
about the reports and quickly arrived in Melbourne to investigate the alleged UFO sightings. Because of the large number of witnesses, this sighting had an air of credibility.
Which one, a Ford
that many
Bronco or a
sightings
Ford
lack,
Mustang?
drawing the interest of numerous UFO investigators.
Depends what year.
The VF
Like, I mean,
SRS
I'd obviously
group
take a brand new
interviewed a number
Ford
of
Mustang.
students who claim to have seen the craft.
The
They
Broncos,
investigated
I don't
the
know. I
area
like
where
the
UFO appeared
there was a
to have
period where the
landed
Mustangs were
in
just
the
ugly
area
cars.
that they called the ground mark.
I don't know. I'd
They
probably say
described
Mustang.
it as an area of grass that had been flattened, leaving a swirl pattern.
And I'd sell it because it'd be
The
worth more.
PRA investigators later took samples of grass and dirt from the ground mark for further investigation. The field, however, was burned before further investigations could be planned. Almost 40 years later, in August of 2018, a group known as Queensland UFO Sightings and Research released an audio recording of one of the witness interviews conducted by ufologists. In this recording, James J.
Oh yeah, that
Kibble,
reminds
or
me. We
James
could
E.
do a
McDonald,
couple
as he's
stories too
sometimes
by.
referred to, discusses the Westall UFO encounter with Andrew Greenwood,
I think it was.
a science
It was
teacher
either
who
Lava or
claims to have
Dakota
witnessed
that
the
sent me
incident.
these.
Greenwood is the only faculty member who has
Fuck.
spoken
You guys,
publicly
either
about
Lava or
what
Dakota's gonna
happened
remind me.
on
It's
that
those
day
animated
in
stories from Mr.
1966.
Nightmare.
In this recording, Greenwood describes the
Can't remember what
encounter
they're
in detail. He claims that as many as 360 students and faculty witnessed the incident, but that the school's headmaster silenced them out of fear. He states that the headmaster demanded that the witnesses go back inside the school and threatened to fire any staff members who discussed the incident. He notes that at least one student and one faculty member who witnessed the encounter alongside him later refused to discuss it. Many of the students who witnessed the
When are we
events
doing the
later
Reddit
gave
review?
interviews
Like,
providing
I don't know, a
details
while
about
yet.
what they saw, but the teachers remained unwilling
Alright,
to make
take care,
solid
Dakota.
statements. Greenwood's account gives greater detail about the additional crafts that appeared to approach the main craft after it lifted off again. He asserts that the pursuing crafts engaged in complicated aerial maneuvers and that they appeared to be doing everything possible to apprehend the UFO. He says that the UFO would make quick jumps in one direction too fast to follow with the naked eye, before slowing and allowing the pursuing crafts to get close to it. It would then make another quick jump,
let
almost
Tessa
as
in.
if it was
Tessa wants
toying
in.
with its pursuers.
She's injured. She
Greenwood
can't really
staunchly
push the door
believed
open.
He had seen an alien craft. Before we get to some possible explanations for this fascinating UFO sighting, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop about all our
It was you,
latest
Lava. What was
videos.
the channel name again? That thing. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. Like I kind of know it. 30 minutes? Yeah, we'll do it within 30 minutes, easy. Like, we'll honestly probably do it in 20 minutes. What the fuck is it called? Mr. Nightmare animated stories. We'll do a couple of these. Some of you guys have asked for the llama arts, yeah. Some of you guys have asked for these. These are basically animated stories that I think I can show these. Let's see. Let me find one that's kind of. School lockdown stories.
It was a typical boring day in calculus, only it was Friday, 7th period, meaning the week was almost over and spring break would finally be upon us. So everybody was getting antsy in their seats, I could tell.
Winter's ready to go out in space. She's got
that
the
day, like
merch.
a lot of my friends did with their other teachers. So our teacher in the middle of class just decided to start playing games with us on Sporkle.com. He was a very laid-back teacher like that. As we were doing some brand logo quiz on Sporkle, I remember the exact moment it happened. Right after my friend answered a question, I remember the exact answer too, Adidas. The dean's voice came through the loudspeaker. He sounded panicked and frantic as he told all the teachers this was not a drill and to go into lockdown. I actually got the chills, and I got goosebumps on my arms as our usually laid-back teacher too seemed panicked as he ran to turn off the lights and ushered us to the back corner of the room. We all sat in silence for about 2 minutes, and then the usual buzzing that came from a panel in the back of the room ceased, indicating that the school must have cut all the power. We all looked at each other, realizing this must be serious. A few more minutes of waiting later, we heard a man screaming at the top of his lungs coming down the hallway. 2 girls in the class actually started crying, which made all of us even more scared. As the screaming got closer to the classroom, the lunatic-sounding man started banging on the lockers while screaming, "I'll kill all of you." It was at that moment that I started to fear for my life. My teacher shushed us as we all looked at each other to see our peers' reactions. The banging then moved from the lockers to our classroom door, and that's when one of the crying girls screamed no. The banging on the door only grew worse as the man started screaming, "Open up." 2 of the girls in the class were crying out loud now. It felt like an eternity that man was pounding at the door, but eventually he finally continued down the hallway, screaming like a mentally insane person until we could not hear him anymore. I'd say 10 minutes later, though it felt like half an hour given the situation, the dean came back on the loudspeaker explaining the situation, which was surprising for him to do. He explained that some apparently mentally unstable person entered the building and assaulted the woman sitting at the front desk, causing her to flee the building screaming, and staff wasn't sure if the man was armed or not. Now, this was before the school had cameras or could afford proper security, so the school was wide open to something like this happening. The staff had done a sweep of all the hallways and classrooms and couldn't find him, so the dean instructed the teachers to resume teaching but to keep all the doors locked and to not let any students leave for any reasons. The most disturbing part, however, is that one of the janitors working the night shift found the man sleeping in one of the storage closets near the back end of the school, and according to rumors that were spread by my peers, sticking out of his pocket was a .44 Magnum. The janitor must have done something stupid to wake him up, for example, leaving the closet door open, because by the time a police officer could arrive on the scene, the man was gone. My entire class, as far as I know, to this day, has no idea if this man was ever found, but I like to think that right now, he's being given the proper help that he needs.
Oh yeah, Tim. Yeah, that I don't know what that. Several people pointing those eyes out, the glowing eyes in my video, and it's weird because I didn't see them I don't remember seeing those there. I definitely didn't notice anything that was creepy or out of place like that. So it's definitely weird.
I was doing some night hog hunting in the woods near my backyard. I was hiding in the tower I had built about a decade ago. In case anyone's wondering, I of course had a night vision scope attachment. I guess I'm what you would consider a hardcore hunter. I don't want to bore you with the unnecessary story prolonging.
Yeah, I don't mean to brag or nothing, but I got a night vision scope. I'm pretty hardcore hunter. I'm a badass.
Details, so I'll make this short. And I want everyone to know that though I agree this story sounds far-fetched and crazy, it is nothing but the truth. And I in a way actually consider myself lucky that I'll always have such a horrifying story to share. So, while I was sitting in the tower waiting for movement, it finally came. I took aim and found the source. But it wasn't at all a hog, or any kind of animal I was expecting. It was a person. A man wearing all black. Black sweatpants, black shoes, and a black hoodie with the hood over his head. But that wasn't the freakiest part. He was dragging a sack behind him. My heart started racing. I was pretty sure I was witnessing this guy trying to bury a body. I continued to watch him, But then he slowed down, and I swear to God, it looked as if he turned his head up to me. I ducked down under the wooden walls of the tower, shaking in my boots. Yes, I had a gun, but just the idea of using it against a person is horrifying. I lay low, praying to God that he hadn't seen me. It would make sense if he could, though. It's practically pitch black out here, or at least that was my logic. Seconds felt like an eternity as I waited for the footsteps in the leaves to move elsewhere, but I didn't hear any footsteps. All I heard was the sound of a foot hitting one of the wooden planks on the ladder of the tower. I felt the entire tower vibrate and shake as there were 2 more steps moving up the ladder. At this point, I was asking myself deep down, am I going to be able to shoot someone? But for some reason, whoever was down there decided not to climb all the way up, as I heard them jump back down to the forest ground and began dragging the sack away.
It's not beer? No,
I
not
think
really.
I stayed frozen like
Not
a statue
anymore.
for at least 10 minutes before even peeking over the ledge again. The coast seemed clear. I had to get home and warn the police immediately. I hopped over the ledge and descended down the ladder. I turned on my pocket flashlight, which in hindsight was a stupid move considering the situation, and ran back in the direction of my house. I was only able to run for about 10 seconds or so when I heard the rapid, manic footsteps crunching the leaves from behind me. I took a look over my shoulder, and there he was, inches away from my face. I spun around and shot him in the shoulder. He stopped and screamed in agony, and I took that moment to finish my dash to my house. Again,
What?
in
I would've
hindsight,
fucking-
I should have held him hostage somehow, but that doesn't even matter now. I called the police, who showed up within 15 minutes with a whole search squad, and I led them all into the woods to the exact location where I shot him. There was a faint yet noticeable blood trail spilled onto the leaves, which led past the body bag, which the cops seized, and eventually right to the maniac, who was hiding under a log next to a tree. He was arrested and tried for the murder of Jin Quen Sakanaki, a Japanese corner store owner. I don't know the full story behind it, but I do know I won't forget this one for the rest of my life, and I'll also be telling it for the rest of my life.
Interesting. Moose shot.
It was during a blizzard in Valley Stream. I was
What's up,
getting
Satan?
paid $250 to watch some couple's kid while they went away for the weekend. His name was Matthew. This took place on the first night, which was a Friday night. Matthew was already supposedly asleep, while I was in the living room watching a movie. I got a knock at the door, and looked at the clock. It was close to midnight. There was no way I was opening it. Not even 10 seconds later, I heard the sound of 2 or 3 men angrily banging on the door, telling me to open up. I felt like my heart was about to stop. I took a peek through the blinds, and there was somebody standing right on the other side of the window. I fell back in fear, and after managing to get back on my feet, I ran to the kitchen phone first thing to call the police. They said because of the weather, it could take a while for an officer to get here. I was told to take the child and hide somewhere until an officer arrived. They wanted to keep me on the line, but I wasn't thinking clearly in the heat of the moment and hung up. However, it wasn't until I ran through the living room that I realized the banging had stopped. I took a second peek through the living room window. Nobody was there now. I heard the sound of glass shattering from a few rooms over. My knees started to feel weak as I realized they had just broken the window and were about to climb into the house. I had to run and get Matthew. I couldn't just leave without him. Of course, when I got upstairs, there was no time left to run back downstairs, as I already heard footsteps and laughter coming from downstairs. I covered Matthew's mouth with my hand as I ran with him into his toy closet. A few minutes dragged on to what felt like half an hour
As we sat there in the dark closet, Matthew began to squeal as footsteps on the carpet reached the outside of his bedroom door. There was more than one person. They came inside. There weren't many places to hide in this room. I was actually reflecting on my whole life, so sure I was gonna die. We heard the sound of a police siren outside, even from in the closet, and then I heard one of the men in the room mutter, "Oh shit." I opened the door back up as I heard at least 3 pairs of footsteps hurriedly rushing down the stairs. They didn't get far, as the police later found their footprints in the backyard, leading to our shed. There were 5 men in total, and they were all arrested.
And okay, that's it. All right, we'll do one more of these stories, and then we'll get to the Reddit review.
There used to be a pond about half a mile away from my old house that I would commonly go fishing in. It was nicknamed Daryl's Pond. I still have no idea who Daryl was or why it was called that, but nobody owned it, so people would once in a blue moon go fishing there as well. It was usually me by myself though. I had dug a pole into the ground where I would tie a noose to and from my small kayak. I'd say it was about 3 in the afternoon when I rowed out to the middle of the pond, the sweet spot for getting a decent catch. There was another person coming out from the trees. I waved at him and gave him a smile. He hopped into a small boat floating by the edge of the pond and began to row over to me. As he got close enough where trying to speak to him wouldn't come off as obnoxious, I gave him a friendly, "Perfect day, isn't it?" "Yes, absolutely," he said. He didn't say anything after that, and I started to feel a bit awkward, as if I were obligated to keep some kind of conversation rolling now. "So, you come out here to throw some lines?" I asked. "No, I don't actually fish." "Oh, well, it's never a bad day to relax on the pond," I said. He continued to row closer to me until his boat collided with mine, creating a big thud. I was genuinely uncomfortable now. I didn't feel threatened, just weirded out. I was only 24 years old. This guy looked like he was late 40s or 50s. There was an awkward silence. I tried to just act like I was focused on trying to make a catch, but by now that wasn't even on my mind. This guy was weird. I didn't know what he wanted, and I was uncomfortable being so close to him. I felt him looking at me, or at least in my direction, as I faced halfway to the opposite direction of him. I took a quick glance to my right. Yeah, he was staring at me. I decided to be ballsy and lock eye contact with him. After about 4 seconds, he looked away. "So, where are you from?" I asked him. "Up there." He pointed behind himself, in the direction of the woodsy hill leading past the dirt road. "Oh, you live by Suffolk?" I asked. No, I'm not," he said. "What made you decide to come out here?" I said. "Why not?" I continued to try and uncomfortably fill the awkward silences that kept coming up. His responses were dry. He didn't contribute anything to what was barely a conversation. He just sat there not doing anything, with half a smile on his face, looking either at me or in my general direction throughout. I was creeped out. My heart was racing at this point. I'd go as far as saying that I was nervous for my life. We were surrounded by trees in all directions in the middle of the pond. I started to row a bit closer to land, but in a very low-key kind of way, trying to play it off as me just trying to find a better spot to find some fish. I was horrified when I saw he was following me. "What a great day, huh?" I felt a shake in my voice. I got close enough to the edge of the pond where I finally told the man, "I think I'm gonna call it a day." I turned to see his reaction. He was still staring at me, but his smile was gone now. "I can't let you leave," he said. He lifted his flannel to expose a handgun sticking out of his jeans pocket. As soon as I could process what I was looking at, I dove out of the boat for land, ran the whole half-mile uphill through the woods back to my house, and locked every door and window as soon as I made it home. I pulled down the blinds to the dining room window, leaving it open just a crack for peeking outside undetected. It started to get dark out, and I left every light in the house off, still peeking out to the front yard, making sure I wasn't followed. The time came when I finally decided I wasn't followed. I realize now, like you, that not calling the police immediately was a huge mistake. I kept my bedroom windows open to let the room air out. My bedroom was on the second floor, so I wasn't worried about being watched through the window. About half an hour after shutting the light and falling under the covers, I heard the sound of leaves crunching from outside. I sat up to hear it more clearly. It was definitely something walking around out there. Normally I would assume it was a deer or a bear, but after what just happened, I was still in paranoia mode. I sat up as still as a statue, except for my shaking out of fear, waiting as the sounds of the steps stopped. "Hey buddy, you up there? Are you trying to sleep?" "Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you." I felt like 100 pounds just fell directly onto my chest. It was the same voice. I knew it right away. I didn't make a sound. I crept out of the room quietly downstairs to the kitchen and grabbed the phone, practically crawling on my way out to avoid being seen through the open blinds. I called 911 like I should have earlier in the temporary safety of my bedroom. I made sure to whisper into the phone, as I was still hoping that he hadn't yet heard or spotted me. 20 minutes felt like an hour as I sat behind my bed, waiting for the police to arrive in constant fear that I would hear glass breaking from downstairs, or a thud on the back door, or even just a voice again from down below my window outside. The police did a thorough investigation of the property in nearby woods, turning up nothing. They suggested I stay with a friend or a family member for a few days, and so I did. I never heard from or saw the man again, but I still moved a month later. I couldn't deal with the constant fear and paranoia of being watched through my windows. I feel much more comfortable fishing out by the bay now.
What the fuck was that? Alright. Okay, and there is the last story. And now we're going to do a Reddit review. Okay. Which is a good tip. If you're ever being followed, you should either call Serena the Skinwalker. You should call me, Bat Squatch. Or you should, call Eli. And he can bring his direwolf over. And his endless supply of rifles. And, that way you're not going to get murdered. We can handle the threat for you. Okay, so for those of you who are new here, which I don't know if any of you are yet, we could have lurkers in the chat, so I'm going to explain it again. We're going to do a Reddit review, which is basically my Reddit, which we have posts on there. I'm not sure how many we're going to have, Coco. I assume yours are all posted. So yeah, we'll do this, and then we have story time, and then that'll wrap up the stream. Then we'll just talk for 5-10 minutes or whatever, and then that's it. But I'll take care of it, says Serena. Yeah, Serena, why don't you handle this one? You should be able to handle just a burglar, I think. Okay, let's see what we got here. What the fuck is this? The fuck is that, a Roomba? That is terror. Okay, yeah, it's terrifying. Colin Henry with the post. I need. What did it say? Where'd it go? Wait, what'd I do? I need an adult. Being the top donator, me, Eli. Basically, yep. See, Colin, your problem is you try challenging Eli, and you can't do it because you can't. The only person that can challenge Eli is Winter. Winter and Eli are like the top dogs. You gotta be discreet and just like slide it in and be like, don't say anything. Be like, yeah. And then hopefully it doesn't appear on their radar. You know what I mean? Colin Henry with another one. Only true intellectuals name videos based on the nationality of people who made it. Boshin Dong Ghost video. Yeah, it's true. YouTube channel, they will kill you. Oh god, these are fucking hilarious.
Maggots inside Big Mac. In March 2011, Melbourne resident Lee Savage ordered a Big Mac. He opened the sandwich to check if it included the extra pickles he'd ordered.
This is an actual channel. I want to watch it.
Number 8, Maggots inside Big Mac.
That guy's voice is like so good. Classic chills, okay.
Lumbers towards them.
Oh god, what is... Oh, hold on. I gotta make this false guy.
The creature looks slow and powerful as it lumbers towards them.
Slow and powerful. What?
The creature looks slow and powerful as it lumbers towards them.
Is this real or is this edited? He did not actually say that to that clip, did he?
The creature looks slow and powerful as it lumbers towards them.
The creature looks slow and powerful. What the fuck?
The creature looks slow and powerful as it lumbers towards them.
Okay. I don't know. If that's real, oh, wow. At least Logan and Coco will be happy now. Chat keeps asking Dill to play the Korean video. Dill, no. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the Korean video's dead. It's dead. It's long gone. Don't kink shame me. When Eli and Logan find out about my fetishes, Eli and Logan were not mad, just disappointed. Pretty much. Poor koalas. When Dill says he doesn't like koalas. Fuck koalas. Koalas are disgusting, nasty fucking creatures. Look at their fucking ugly ass nose. Their stupid fucking eyes. I mean, yeah, no, I don't fuck with koalas. I hate them. Their ugly faces. If one ever got near me, I'd fucking punt it. Straight up. Straight up. No one Big Dill watching rake porn. This is funny. How did... That's actually decent editing. If you edited that, if you like, who did this, by the way? Who did this? Nick Oxenford. Nick, if Nick's still in here, but if you actually like Photoshop those aliens or those little things doing that, that's impressive. It's impressive. That's creativity. The fuck is that? Where's that from? Imagine how creepy it'd be if you actually like imagine if it had like a head, like an actual head, and like you came outside and you like saw that thing walking like kind of in your direction, and it was so loud, like, oh man. Serena, Dill, Bat Squatch, and Eli, also known as the C Team, the cryptid. The C Team? No. We're the A Team. We're A side. What the fuck is this? Bonnie is back. That scary. What is that? It's terrifying. innocent child chokes to death on candy, Oompa Loompas. So anyway, I start dancing, pretty much. So my mom went to her dad's cemetery in Fairview Cemetery, Coatesville, Pennsylvania, and took a picture of a thing she always played on, and she caught this. And look up top. I assume you're talking about this. Oh, I can actually zoom in. I assume you're talking about this right here, which... Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say what that'd be. It definitely doesn't look like a cloud or like a what do you call it? Like a jet stream or whatever. I don't think it's any of those because it kind of looks like a glare, but I don't know how that would glare, how it would do that. So I'm not sure. But that's an interesting image. And it's at a cemetery, so the only I could say is this tree needs to be trimmed. Bad. I mean, my God. That is a horrible looking tree. That it needs to be trimmed up to this branch. Actually, no, I trim it up. Fuck. You gotta trim it up to like right here. Get this guy out of here. Oh man. No good. Here is round 3. The Supreme Cryptid. We got Caterpillar Man, Dog Man, and Skinwalker. I'm gonna vote for my boy Caterpillar Man. I mean, it's gotta be. Yes, Caterpillar Man is winning. Okay, go. You just posted yours? Okay. I'll go through with what I'm at right now. And then I'll refresh the new ones. Oh, God. The one thing. Hey, guys. Serena Cthulhu K here. Have you heard about Raid Shadow Legends? What? What is Raid Shadow Legends? Sound familiar? Oh, I think that's an ad, ain't it? This does look like Serena, though. I will give you credit. That is... This is accurate. This is Serena's face. It's so accurate. Yes. I'm definitely liking that one. Yes, definitely. I know this sucks, but I tried. Let's see what it is. Let me back it up here. Oh damn! What is this? Is this a song? All right, I'm excited. Let's see what it is. I think this might be Nick Oxford's song. Let's see. Nick Oxenford presents. I think I should be able to play this. I think. Far too long, the Skinwalker's been a mystery. So one man decided to take on the challenge. To look for the creature itself. I like to edit the how you did that. But the question is,
No, I am not dead.
no, I am not dead. Will he survive?
I ate so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Dill will go on. Oh, fuck, what did I say? Big Dill will go on a venture of his life. I like the edit, the filter, whatever you call that. Big deal the movie. Attack of the Skinwalker. That's badass. That was easily a 10 out of 10. Very, very creative video. That's the leader so far today, easily by far. That was a very, very good post, Nick Oxenford. Check the comments on Nick's post. Okay, I'll check them here. Make sure I didn't miss any. Lava is dying at the Cthulhu. Look at little cute ass Serena. Look at her. Aw. Comments. $145 is me whenever I get to be in a story. $145. Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. Big Daddy. It's lit, thank you. Yeah, good job, Nick Oxenford. That does not suck, man. That was good. I like that. I like the edit, the effect you had on that. That was cool. Big Deal, the movie. Alright, boys and girls, here's a good one. Also known as What's Up. It'll always be What's Up to me. You're not high tonight, Gold Reaper? What? I like this seizure-addict fucking edit though. That's cool. God, my current logo is so much. Look at that old logo. God, that's ugly. I can't believe I rolled with that. Look, like the new logo is so like the best thing I've ever done on the channel, to be honest. Nice, yeah, that was, I like that. It was not bad. I still like, I can't remember who made it. I think, no, it was you, actually. Little Bill, you made the other one that, in the last Reddit review. That's still one, that one's my favorite still, but this one is good too, I like that. Since Dill liked the last meme with crying cats, people, oh yeah, okay, so this is where we were last time. So now I have to go up and look at Coco's newest ones. Me one stream ago, you know, I think I'm getting the hang of this meme thing. Me not preparing. Me now. Fuck. Me not. Me not preparing. Fuck. Is this the office? Yeah, this is the, okay. I was gonna say, that looks like the office. Scared for my life. Making memes about Dill. Me. You can't scare me with it. Spending endless hours going through replays of his streams just to find possible memes. Yeah, I'll give you credit for that. Because a lot of the streams are so fucking long. That would take a lot of time. It's like making memes is an art. It really is. Creeps up behind you. Dale starting a stream. The one dude who always joins just to dislike, right? There's always that one motherfucker. I guarantee. I probably have one fucking dislike on this, don't I? I can't see right now, but I'm sure there's a dislike on this fucking stream. Some one random person. Monkey. Winter joining in last minute. Colin thinking he could have won a donation ballot. Oh yeah, it did happen. Colin was like Eli. I don't think Eli was in the last stream, and so Eli and Winter weren't. and Colin was like, "Oh, I'm fucking gonna win the goddamn." He like donated, I can't remember how much. Maybe $5 or something like that. I can't remember, but then in came Winter, and I don't know. I think Eli came at the end too. I can't remember, Eli, if you were there or not. For some reason, I was thinking you weren't. Maybe you came in the end. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, Winter came in and fucking donated like fucking a shit ton of money, and Colin's just sitting there like, oh, that's funny. Dill seeing someone who hasn't been in the story yet. You son of a bitch, you're in. It really is. I like getting new people in the stories. But like at the same time, it's nice when I like don't have to put people in the story like that are new, because it's easier to remember. Like when I put like obviously Serena and Eli, I don't have to think about it. They're just main characters, and then it's just kind of a seamless transition, you know. But yeah, that's funny. The pandemic is fine with Dill in it. A global health pandemic, me enjoying Dill's stream, right? Pretty much. That's how it'll be until the very last. Like, if like the world was on fire, I just stream as like the world's ending. The fucking ground is blowing up behind me like in the 2012 movie, and I was like, fucking, yeah, shit. Take a sip of my beer. People who donate while Eli and Winter aren't in stream. We have you for one. We have you 4-1. Eli and Winter joining last minute. I like those odds. Oh, that's funny. Always happens. Dill, put someone new in the story. Also, Dill, I've decided I want you to die. Yep, I mean, you got to. I think, who was it? Wasn't it the person in my last story I didn't kill? Oh, no, it was Clowns. Clowns survived. Clowns did survive. I had Clowns Paranormal, which him and Ryan were together. Yeah, because him and Ryan were... I can't remember what they were doing. They're doing something. But yeah, Clowns survived, and I think Colin Henry has survived once. I think those are the only two people that ever survive. So, yeah, you should feel lucky. Me seeing the... Oh, wait, you probably can't see this. Hold on. Me seeing the notification of Dill's stream and know I'm going to be sleep deprived tomorrow. Me about to go to bed. Yep. Yeah, you're not getting... My cat scared me. You're not getting any sleep. Ryan Tremblay is back. What's up, Ryan? Dill, 5 more minutes until the stream ends. Someone donates, Dill. So that was a fucking lie. I only do that if it's like a big donation, because then it's like, well, like, you guys deserve it at that point, you know, or if we reach a goal or something. But that is true. Bidding wars. Eli, see someone donate. Eli, I've seen enough. I'm starting a bidding war. Yeah. Sometimes what Eli will do is he won't even start the bidding war. He'll just like egg people on to start a bidding war just so he can like just step on them. So like, it's comedy. Let's see. Turns head violently. Dill, see something offensive in chat. Also, Dill, I'm just gonna pretend it. That is so true. There's so many times where like I'll see something in chat and I don't even I just pretend like it never happened. I can't be asked, man. I can't be asked to. It's usually like the people that are like not like there's like the original group, which is like pretty much everyone in here right now, I think. And then there's sometimes we get new people or people that aren't in all the time and they'll say something. I'm just like, yeah. Or there's certain people that can spam at times, you know, and I'll just kind of like. I kind of let you guys just duke it out. Run. Eli donating $25. Eli one-upping himself by donating $30. What the fuck is this picture? Why do I feel like that's such a high jump to hit the ceiling? Holy fuck. Damn. It's also true. Death 2. Coco, you have so many... Oh my god. How do you do this? I'm impressed. Me. Dill. I invited another friend. I hope that's okay. Death. Oh god. What? I don't want to sit by Death. Also, Death is drinking fucking... Oh, I'm drinking milk too. Oh. Fucking Shazam, Superman. Too bad that never happened. Or that never will happen. Made for this moment. Colin thinks he can win a donation battle. Winter donating last minute. It's like I was made for this. Yeah, that's too funny. Colin always gets so excited and then it just dreams crushed. Dill, what? Oh, there it is. Dill, let someone new in the story. Also, Dill kills him immediately. The new guy. Am I a joke to you? I think that my favorite one that I have killed off is Industrial. I think it was maybe it was either Industrial or Andrew. I think it was Industrial. Industrial tried fighting Bat Squatch with a stick, and Industrial was eaten alive. So yeah. Did I see what happened during the cartoon? Oh, the fucking the foreplay thing. I kind of saw it, but kind of didn't. Like I just kind of I just tuned it out. The punching bag is. Okay, hold on. This is fucking funny. This is jokes. Dill looking for someone to make fun of. Serena. It's so true. Serena is my punching bag. It goes Serena and then Dakota. I make Dakota for because he's so short, and then Serena is just Serena. So yeah, that's definitely very true. Serena, yep, she's the punching bag. Eli P. Hella. Eli 500. Is that fucking? That is Phil Swift. The flex tape. What the fuck is he holding? Is that actually like a Dill? That's funny. Did he actually surprise? Is this like actually from the commercial? Alright, and that is all of them. This one is one of the best ones right here. The Serena the Bug one was also funny. This Chills one was also fucking good. And then I'd say definitely the winner of tonight is Nick Oxenford with the movie. That was definitely good. So yeah, Ryan, you missed it, but Nick Oxenford made a movie trailer for Big Dilla Skinwalker Hunter. So yeah. Alright. So now we're going to get ready for story time. So tonight we're going to be doing... Now, I took this request in from Eli, and now that I've done a little bit of... I don't know much about this cryptid. So, take it with a grain of salt. Don't take the story like... I don't think you ever should, but don't take the story as like I'm giving out facts about this cryptid. It's just kind of like a fictional thing. Let's see. We're going to do the Fae. I think I'm saying that right. The Fae. I'll give a brief description of what this is. And Eli, and even Ryan, now that you're in here, you can actually give it like a accurate, like what it actually is. I'll give it like a brief, like, for dummies. It's basically, from what I gathered, small, like short, mini... Not really mini, like elves, like kind of like elves. And I'll put a picture up on the screen here because Eli provided me with a picture. So I'll put this up on the screen so you guys have a visual of what I am describing. I think this will help you out. I'm going to be doing like a group of like 15 to 20 Fae warriors. And they're basically like an ancient... I'll let Eli and Ryan describe it because I honestly am bad at describing this, but I'll show you a picture that Eli sent me that I'm going to use. They also have Fae hounds, and they look like this, so I'll show you now. They look like this right here. Okay. So that's a Feyhound. Now, there will be Feyhounds as well. So keep that in mind. Okay. This is what they look like. So this is what I will be describing. All right, Nick. Have a good night, man. And so basically, these elves will be fighting Big Dill, the Bat Squatch, Serena the Skinwalker, Bigfoot, Eli Buckmaster, and the Dogman. Coco, you've gotten best post before, like twice, like 3 times. You're still the meme king, definitely. Nick Oxford had one tonight, but I think I don't know if anyone else has ever won it. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not sure. I think you had a top 3. I can't remember which one it was, but I think so. The Serena one you made was fucking funny. I know, right? I might want to work. Yeah, no, I think I'll remember. This is going to be the first team up, by the way, of all of our hero cryptids ever. So this will be kind of like a team up, and this is kind of like a. There's I'm gonna say let's just say there's gonna be like, I don't know, 40 of these guys. And they have like 40 of these guys. They're equipped with swords and bows. They do possess magic, but I'm not gonna do any magic in this because it's gonna get a little too complicated if I do that. But they have hounds as well, and Eli is equipped with his pet direwolf. So now I'm gonna get some creepy music on. I'm actually gonna get a beer too. This is the reason I'm showing you. I don't usually tell you guys what I'm gonna do the story about, but it's kind of a more complicated one, and I'm not an expert on this, so I'm kind of learning as I go. So I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I can. So I'm going to give you guys the most knowledge going into it as I can so that it's easy for you to follow. If that makes sense. Okay. I'm going to get a beer, and then we'll start. Okay. Yeah, Mothman's not there, and Mothman's not there, and that it's just Mothman. And I'm actually Dogman's not there either. I'm sorry for saying Dogman. It's just Bigfoot, Serena the Skinwalker, Big Dill, and Eli Buckmaster with his direwolf. Okay. was a nice evening one night. Just got to begin about dusk. Sun setting. Big Dill, Eli Buckmaster, Sabrina the Skinwalker. We're out having a barbecue at Ryan Tremblay's house. Ryan Tremblay wearing his Hawaiian shirt for some reason. He was grilling brats and vegan burgers because that's what Serena likes to eat. And they were just chilling. The direwolf was playing fetch with Eli and Dill, and of course they were throwing basketballs because that's how the direwolf liked to play. Like, his jaws are so big he can't just pick up a little tennis ball. He has to pick up a giant basketball, you know. They're just playing, having fun. And then, you know, I don't know, it probably got to about just after the sunset. The direwolf goes and chases the ball after Eli throws it. Goes into the tree line. And then it stops dead in its tracks and he sniffs the air. The direwolf starts barking and growling at the tree line. The shot zooms in on Eli, raising his glasses up. He's saying, "What's wrong, boy?" Ryan turns around. He's like, "Everything okay?" Serena, feeling confident in herself after she's had a couple cold ones, starts walking to the tree line. She steps in a gopher hole and falls over. Everyone starts laughing, pointing at her. The direwolf then slowly begins to retreat back to the house where everyone was standing. Eli is still just absolutely decked out in his combat gear. Raises his rifle to the tree line. He says, "Ryan, what was the nearest cryptid marking that we had on that map?" Ryan looks at his map. He says, "It was the Fae. They were approximately 20 miles south of here. Why? There's no way they made it this way." He says, Direwolf still barking at the tree line, but no sight of anything. Big Dill just eating brats with no bun, just, you know. That's when, out of nowhere, a bunch of arrows rise up into the sky, coming towards them. Ryan says, "Everyone, get into the house now. Take cover." Serena, who's still stuck in this gopher hole, she says, I'm stuck. Everyone just leaves her anyways. Dill hides behind a tree. Ryan and Eli head for the house. Dill throws Serena a piece of bark that he rips off a tree, and he says, "Here, cover yourself with this." And Serena, being so little, that it actually kind of covered her. We call those bark blankets. The direwolf takes off sprinting back to the house as well. The arrows come landing everywhere like a hail of bullets. You know, as they cling onto the dirt and the trees. It lasts for about a solid 10 seconds, but it felt like an eternity. Dill steps out from behind the tree, staring down the tree line. Ryan and Eli looking through the blinds of Ryan's cabin. At that moment, about 50 Fae creatures came walking out of the tree line. Some with swords, some with bow and arrows. And surrounding them was probably 12 Fae hound dogs. They had helmets with horns attached to them and capes. They weren't very tall. They were shorter in stature. And they had glowing eyes. They started charging, the ones with swords. The hound dog started sprinting as well at Dill, who was standing in the front of the lawn. Dill started growing into the bat squatch. Muscles screaming in pain as it happened, but it's starting to happen more naturally and quick now. His wings sprout out, big 16-foot tall bat squatch standing there. The first two hounds leap onto him. Now these hounds are a little bit smaller than the direwolf. They're bigger than a normal dog, but I'd say they're a lot smaller than the direwolf, but they're still vicious. They jump onto the bat squatch. Bat squatch rips them off, throws them both. Some arrows hit bat squatch. He then flaps his wings and rises up in the sky and dives down into the crowd. They start battling. Eli firing his rifle from the window, shooting these fuckers. Serena, who still is stuck in the molehole, is approached by a hound who bites her arm. Her arm then grows into skinwalker form in its mouth, and she puts her hand down its throat and grabs its heart and rips it out its throat. And then she eats it. Out of the tree line, they hear a I'm like, what the fuck is that? Here comes Bigfoot. Alright. Bigfoot's arrived. Bigfoot comes running out of the tree line. He joins in the battle to help the good guys. He takes his wooden club and he knocks one of the Fey swordsmen in the face and knocks another one in the face, killing them both instantly with his vicious strength. Bigfoot grabs another one by the antlers, shoves him to the ground, takes the antlers off his helmet, rips him off, and stabs him through the helmet. The direwolf, Eli's pet, lunges at some of the hounds and starts fighting them, easily shaking them around. But in packs, they were dangerous. Serena the Skinwalker finally breaks out of the molehole. And she starts using her long, lanky, nasty Skinwalker arms to just swipe away at the elves, but they were athletic. They were agile and fast. They would jump her arm, use daggers to stab her and hold on, and start daggering up her body, climbing up her. Batsquatch kept moving throughout the crowd, swiping away, but they were shooting arrows at him. He was getting pissed. Eli, sitting back at the house, still picking off shots. Ryan, not really phased, puts on some aerial speedwagon and go grabs a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Big Dill and Serena go to the front lines and start absolutely annihilating the Fae. They're losing big time now. There's probably 25 of them left. Big Dill, aka Batsquatch, walks up to another group. He's about to punch them into the dirt. Keep in mind, these guys are probably 5 foot tall max. Big Dill is 16 foot tall and he's strong as the Hulk. He's massive. He goes to punch one and then holds its hands up like this and shoots a fucking magic beam at Big Dill and sends him flying. Serena looks at Dill go flying. She looks back at this thing. Serena takes off running into the tree line, scared. So we thought. They look at her like, what the fuck? She goes into the tree line, disappears. And then comes out of the tree line almost immediately with the fucking tree uprooted. And she slams it down on half the Fey army, crushing some of them. They continue to fire arrows from the back of the group at Ryan's house. One of the arrows penetrates through the window and hits Eli in the shoulder. He's sitting there injured. The hound dog starts swarming the direwolf, almost overwhelming it. The direwolf has probably killed 2 or 3 of them now at this point, but there's too many. Batsquatch and Serena continue to lay waste to them. Finally, there's about 10 left. 3 hounds. The direwolf is bleeding and injured, but he's managing to pick them off one by one. He uses his strong jaws to grab the hounds and just rip them to shreds. Keep moving on to another. Eli is still protecting him from the window, shooting with one arm. The rifle leaned up on the windowsill, shooting these hounds as they come in closer towards his pet. Bigfoot comes in with the club again, starts swacking at him. He has a stone shield he's using to deflect the swords of these Fae, and he's just beating the little shit out of these fuckers. Then another magic blast. Boom! Another big-ass magic blast comes flying through. Hits Serena the Skinwalker right in the ass. Hits her right in the ass. She goes flying down face first in the dirt. Big Dill looks back. Flies up in the air. Way high. Eli looks up. Ryan's like, what the shit? Where's he going? Serena crawling, injured. As the Fae start to stab her violently with their daggers and their swords. There's only probably 10 or so left. They're stabbing her. Serena screaming in pain. Now these guys aren't very big, but they're still like getting stabbed by fucking pocket knives. You know, they're stabbing her with their swords. Finally, the moonlight disappears from the sky, and Big Dale comes flying down, lands on the ground so hard it sends a shockwave, and all the Fae go flying off Serena into the air. They're all dazed. Bigfoot comes over to each one and starts beating them in their skull in with the club. Bigfoot says, you like that? Out of nowhere, Peter Kane comes out of the forest, zipping up his pants. He says, what the fuck did I miss? One of the Fae get up, injured, draw back its bow, and shoot an arrow right through Peter Kane's skull. Kills him. There was only 3 or 4 that were still able to walk at this point. Serena grabs a few of the other ones, rips their heads off their teeth, pissed. Punches one into the dirt. A direwolf gets another one, rips it to shreds. There's only one Fae left, the leader. He's dressed in all white. He rolls over as the group surrounds him. Eli outside now, pointing his rifle down at the ground towards this thing's head. Dill and Serena standing above him, towering. Ryan is now eating a hot dog at this point, with a beer. Still in his Hawaiian shirt. He looks up and just says, "You're all doomed. You're trying to stop the inevitable." At that point, Eli fires one round through the skull of the Fae. That was it. But why? Eli had questions. Why did they come for us now? Why them? They didn't initially consider the Fae an enemy, and that's why they were surprised by the attack. They were so close, but they never deemed them to be hostile. Big Dill shrinks back down to size, as well as Serena. They all kind of gather themselves and go back inside. Everyone takes a vote who has to go out and collect the bodies, and they vote for Serena, so Serena has to go out and clean up all the bodies and bury them by herself, while everyone else has fun inside. Scene cuts to black. Two weeks later, time passes. An unnamed guest in next week's show is walking alongside Eli Buckmaster and Ryan Tremblay through the woods. They hear some crinkling in the tree line. They look over. Sitting there sideways on a tree upside down, staring at them, is the Dover Demon. Long limbs, alien-like head, long contorted body, drooling. Cut to black. Until next week's episode. The Dover Demon and the cryptid that will come in is the Dogman. The Dogman will get to return, and the Dogman will get a 1v1 fight against the Dover Demon in next week's show. Oh, well, I'm dead. Just a dead person. The Dover Demon. Also, you guys can vote if you want. I should put a poll on Twitter or on Facebook or YouTube and Twitter about what cryptids you want introduced into my stories. Eli picked out tonight's story, Faye. And I will admit it wasn't my best story because I just don't know much about them, but it was kind of, I like the idea of them. They were cool. Like, they're different, and I like that. But I kind of like the idea that you guys could pick, the cryptids as well that you want. And they might not be, usually they'll be cryptids. I like to kill off some of the bad guy cryptids. I don't like to keep them around. Like, the ones that stay around are staying around for a reason because they're badass mofos. So, Coco is still alive. Coco, you are still alive. Somewhere. Even though you've died twice. I almost killed Coco and then Lava. Part of me was like, oh, because Lava still was abducted by the Thunderbird, if you remember correctly. So Lava's out in the mist. I was almost thinking that the Thunderbird would shit out lava on Serena's head, but I was like, that's too gruesome. And I want Lava. I have a plan for Lava. Lava is he is being held captive by the Thunderbird. I'm not a girl. No one heard that. No one heard that. I don't know what you're talking about. I said he. I just, for some reason, my computer glitched out and made it sound like I said she. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I said she. Clearly. It's okay. Hey, Serena, you see any gopher holes lately? I drive a Thunderbird. You drive a Thunderbird? I got plans, Lava. Yeah, Lava is, let's just say Lava's arc is going to be inspired by the Winter Soldier from Captain America Civil War. Kind of, in a way. In a very weird, unrelated way. Eli Buckmaster with a $25 donation. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Devil's Monkey would be a cool one because they are just large baboons. Okay. Yeah, poor Serena, she was stabbed multiple times in this episode. She fell in a gopher hole, and then she had to rake up all the bodies and just gather them and bury them, while everyone else had a good time inside. I'm also alive, but I left the country because Serena told me to. Is that how that happened, Penguin? Did I keep you alive and I made Serena send you out of the country? I can't remember, honestly. I was going to use that in my story. What? You're going to use what in your story? I've recovered already from my stabbings. You do heal rather quickly, Serena, but nothing will ever fix your skinwalker face. And you're like 4 strands of hair that are hanging off your like gray head. Like, when I picture Serena the Skinwalker, I picture that guy from The Hobbit, that one, like, that one creepy creature that's, like, he's, like, gray. His skin is, like, gray, and he has, like, the strands of hair hanging down. He's like, my precious. But, like, and it is a 20-foot tall creature. But kind of more like Serena's face, but just gray, but a little bit different. Oh, no. I'm not doing brainwashing. Like, Lava's not going to be brainwashed or nothing. He's just going to be... I can't say. That's you in real life, though. I know, Serena. I've seen you. Lava sent me your guys' address, so I went over there and I was stalking you guys in the Denny's parking lot. It was a good time. What? I'm the redhead stepchild. I also started a story in the trunk of the car. Oh, were you, Penguin, were you, the trunk of the car, which one were you? What cryptid were you getting attacked by in that one? Also, what? Yeah, Serena, why'd you tell Penguin Guy to leave the country? Gosh, what a jerk. Lava said it was Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. What a joke of a restaurant. I will fight any employee from Carl's Jr. I swear to God. Hold me back. Yeah, Lava is still on the loose. He was abducted right in front of Serena by the Thunderbird, and he just flew off with him. Oh, the Frog Man. Or was it the Goat Man? Oh, the Goat Man. I totally forgot about the Goat Man. Someone should, like, clip all of my stories together. If someone did that, that would be so fucking dope. Like, and made episodes on, like, the Reddit. Oh, that'd be so dope. I really should do that, but I'm too lazy. Maybe I'll do it once the story comes out or something. You're going to put me in the story, or you have a specific role for me in the story? I'm going to be murdered, ain't I, Coco? You're going to murder me for revenge. I already know it. Oblivion Guard with internet access. Yeah, Frogman was killed because he tried fighting the Octopus Man. Or the Oklahoma Octopus. Which, if you look at the map, the Oklahoma Octopus is a cryptid. Like, it is a famous cryptid. Even though it's not, like, super popular by any means. But it's over in Oklahoma. This loads today. What happened? Stop doing that. Pretend I didn't say that. I sense danger. Yeah, Frogman was just smoking a cig. Why would this love it? What is this? There we go. The Oklahoma octopus. I think we did a chupacabra too, didn't we? The Wendigo. Where's the Skinwalker at? Oh, there it is. Yeah, Frogman sacrificed himself to save Colin Henry. He died for Colin. Colin was squished inside the car and he was being dragged into the water. And Frogman dove in there and got him out. Because Serena was trying to pull the car back, but the fender broke and she just fell back. We love Frogman. I mean, Frogman was just trying to defend his pond, you know. His family had been murdered by an octopus man. He was just smoking a cig, you know, and he saw the opportunity to fight the octopus man. He took it. And boy, God, did he fucking not waste any time. Is that blank good person will die by Dills? I want to murder someone? Ooh, nice. By my hands, I'm gonna strangle someone, basically. Okay. I'm gonna choke someone out. Let's do it. Yeah, I think Serena fought one of the Goatmans. Or maybe she didn't. I don't know, did she? And I think the Thunderbird killed one of the Goatmans, and I think didn't Serena kill the other one? Or was it Eli? Was it Eli Serena? I can't remember. I don't think I'd be pleased killing that person. Ooh. Okay. When can we expect your story to come out? Is Serena gonna be in your story? Because if she is, please make her get hurt in at least one way, like in a very embarrassing way, like a minor injury, but like make fun of her. That'd be funny. Like I don't know, maybe get shot through a windshield or something. That'd be funny. And then she has to wear like this awkward neck brace the entire story. Oh, can't move her neck. She just has to turn. You should definitely post those stories in like the Reddit, by the way, too. That'd be awesome. Penguin God, you are one of the lucky survivors then, my friend. Or give me power so I can turn Serena into a worm. That would be fucking hilarious. And you're a worm. Oh. Do another 3 minutes or so. Oh no, it's fine, Coco. I want it to be a surprise, anyways. Now is the time. If you got any questions or comments, go a few more minutes, and then that's it. And then we're gonna hopefully get back on a normal streaming schedule Thursday night. Beast of Bray Road. Yeah, we could do that for sure. Nice, Coco. Nice. Oh damn! You got speared, penguin. Oh, you got. Oh, you did get. Did you? Damn. I don't remember the Goat Man story that much for some reason. It has to make a comeback, but I don't want to die. Yeah, no, even if I kill you off, you can still make a comeback. But, yeah, it'll just be like, you guys have, like, weird, magical fucking... Not even that, it's just like, you just always, like, you just respawn. Pretty brutal. Good. Also, we are about to hit 14K subs. I think we're only a few subs away. Let me check the updated count here. We're 30 subscribers away from, we'll probably hit that in the next couple days. We'll be at 14K. So that's pretty dope. Alright guys, we're going to head out. We're going to end tonight's stream there. If you guys tuned in the entire time, big shout out. If you donated, Eli Buckmaster, big shout out. If you have purchased merch before, Winter, Eli. And yeah, Winter and Eli, I think that's it. Big shout out. If you joined in at any time tonight, big shout out. If you are rewatching this stream, big shout out. Appreciate you all. Well, like I said, we'll be doing another stream Thursday night. And we should be back on track. I know this week was weird with streaming schedule because of things that came up, but hopefully everything is going to be back to normal here soon. So yeah, no. I will be also keeping you guys updated. I will be getting a new place. I don't know when, but in the next month, I would say. And it'll be like my own place, so it'll be nice. I'm gonna kind of do things. Like when it comes to that point, I might miss a day of streaming, like just one day. We'll see. It depends on what day it falls on. That I have to move, but we'll get to that point and address it when we get there. But I'm thinking about doing a cool setup as well with the desk and making either a green screen background or like some kind of like cool shelving background or something. So things are definitely going to change here in the near future. But yeah, guys, with that out the way, I'll see you guys later. Wash your booties, stay safe. Don't get the corona if you can help it, because I want sports to start back up. You got it? Alright. Alright, Texas Panhandle, Eli Buckmaster, Penguin Guy, Coco, Industrial, Serena, Lava, Winter, Penguin. Thank you guys for sticking in to the end. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys Thursday. Peace.